I'm joined here now by outgoing councillor Noel McBride from the Fine Gael party, running in the Letterkenny Milford area. It's all tally men, it's all speculation at the moment, Noel, but it would appear as if yourself and Jimmy Kavanagh have a battle on your hands to get a seat, and particularly to get 2 seats. Is that a fair assessment of what we've seen so far?
Yes, that's a fair assessment, Charlie, of what's happening here today. I suppose the tallies are now complete in the Milford Letterkenny area. I suppose I'm sitting at this moment in time in 10th place. Jimmy is in 12th place, but there's a long day tomorrow when the counts officially start, and I would be very, very hopeful that come tomorrow night or Monday morning, whatever time, that Jimmy and myself can take those final 2 seats.
Fianna Fáil have done well, Independents have done well, Sinn Féin have done well, and I suppose Fine Gael and Labour haven't done well. You're the 2 parties in government, Noel. It's another case really of the Irish people and the Donegal people in relation to what's happening here, saying to the parties in government, we're not happy.
Yeah, well, I suppose that is the case, Charlie. The people of Donegal have voted against the government party. I'm a member of Fine Gael, have been all my life. It's unfortunate that we're at the situation that we're at. We all know where we came from. Fine Gael are being blamed for the sins of Fianna Fáil. It all started, in fact it goes back to 1977 when the late Jack Lynch, then Taoiseach, bought the general election of that year, took the rates of houses, took the tax of cars. That income stream was eliminated completely, and to be honest with you, my own thoughts are, if at that particular time, if Jack Lynch and his government had decided to take 75% of the rates, then we would have had that income stream all down the years, and it wouldn't have been in the situation we're in. Yeah. But we were very unfortunate as well that over the past decade, I suppose, that due to the light regulation and the behaviour of governments, past governments, that we are suffering. We're all suffering. I'm suffering, you're suffering, and I honestly think that, you know, Fine Gael have been in power since 2011. When they went into power, they took over a country that had 5 months funding left to pay for services. 5 month funding. Now, in the short period that they've been in power, they have. We are now in control of our own destiny again. But we, as Fine Gael councillors in Donegal, on this occasion, we are suffering. Yeah. We're taking the brunt of it. I am a member of Fine Gael. I hold up my hands. There's not a lot I can do with the finances of our country, but what I do at a local level and what my colleagues are doing is to try and get whatever finances are available, whatever monies are available into this county. And we continue to do that. But over the next 24 hours or so, my destiny will be told, and if I take that final seat or the 9th seat or whatever, I will be absolutely delighted. I suppose I would like to think that Jimmy Kavanagh, my colleague, could also take one of those seats. And if we do so, we will continue to represent the people of Donegal as we have been doing, in a positive manner. We are not interested in the negative. We are interested in the positive. We are interested in working with the people. We are interested in securing funding for our respective electoral area, which is the Letterkenny Milford area, and indeed for our county. But today, I suppose it's evident from the tallies that Fine Gael are going to lose a number of seats, and both Jimmy Kavanagh and myself will be in that mix for the final 2 seats, probably tomorrow or the early hours of Monday morning.
And I made the point to your colleague Joe McCune, agreed with me, Noel, that unfortunately very good councillors at local level may not be returned because of decisions that have been made that really they don't have much input into or much control over. But that's what happens when we have a mid-term election, should it be a by-election or should it be local elections. The sitting parties, candidates, really take a hammering.
That's very true. They're very good councillors there. I suppose I will mention my colleague, Councillor Mickey Doherty, who it looks like is not going to be returned. My other colleague, Councillor John Boyle, who is in a difficult situation at the moment. Independent councillor and former Fine Gael councillor Padraig Doherty, who's probably not going to make it either. It's an unfortunate situation. I would like to think that the Donegal people would elect councillors that have a genuine interest in the county that have a genuine interest in the people that they have worked for down the years. But obviously that's not the way people are looking at it. And I certainly take on board the fact that people are annoyed, people are hurting. We are all hurting.
Yeah. Do you think, Noel, that the party underestimated what was ahead of them when they went into government? Because there has been allegations thrown, particularly at the Labour Party, that they made all sorts of promises that they were never going to be able to keep to get themselves elected. And I suppose Pat Rabbitte almost admitted as much in a famous programme. And the general public don't like that type of stuff.
No, well, to be honest with you, Charlie, I never make promises. I deal with people and I try and deal with them in an honest manner. That's been my way of doing business down the years. What the government have done over the past few years, look, there were promises made that we all knew couldn't be kept for the simple reason that the finances were not there. Now we are getting into a situation where finance is starting to become available again. I can see it here in Donegal. Even in the last couple of days, there's been an extra roads allocation of almost €2 million, which, look, it may be a small amount of money in the overall scale of things, but at the same time, it's an extra allocation of funding for a roads programme for 2014. It's an allocation that we didn't expect, but that's what's happening. There's going to be small envelopes of money coming down the line over the next few years. There's going to be job announcements. There are job creation taking place. And that's the type of thing that we have to be working towards.
And finally, Noel, I know we're speculating here a day before the event, but if it was the case that neither yourself or Jimmy Kavanagh were returned from the Letterkenny Milford area, how big a disappointment, and I might say how big a disaster, would that be for the Fine Gael party?
It would be a serious disappointment for myself personally, for my family, and I'm sure for Jimmy Kavanagh and his family as well. For the party, it would be a disaster. And there's no point in beating about the bush with it. It would be a total disaster. But I think that the people of the Milford Letterkenny area, as much as they've told us a story over the past 24 hours in the ballot box, I still think that there might be enough votes there in order to keep Jimmy and myself in. And I would be very, very certain, and I've had a number of calls and texts even so far over the past couple of hours where people are saying, we didn't realise that it was going to be so close for you. So that's as it is, but we live on. I'm a great believer, if I'm the sixth counter on the team, and I go back to my old athletics days, if I'm the sixth counter on the team, I'm always there to be the sixth counter.
We'll watch with interest tomorrow, Noel. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks very much, Charlie. Thank you.